Welcome back, everyone. Hard to believe that in 24 hours, it'll kind of feel like fall, a little bit anyway. We've got a big change coming in the next 24 hours, but today, the grand finale of this hot, humid weather we've had over the last several days. We didn't hit 90 today, but we made it into the upper 80s, and the heat index was about 90 or so this afternoon. We're almost done with the month of July, and east of the Mississippi, pretty much everywhere, it's been a warmer than average July, and July is already, climatologically speaking, the hottest month of the year. You have to head to Texas and parts of the Plain States to find a cooler than average result so far in the month of July. You probably have seen the news by now of this big earthquake that occurred yesterday out in eastern Russia. This sent some waves across the Pacific, and unfortunately some tsunamis did occur in Hawaii and along the west coast of the U.S. Now, these weren't huge waves, but they were enough to make the surf very, very dangerous. In fact, this earthquake was one of the strongest that we've recorded on planet Earth over the last century or so. In fact, the sixth strongest on record since 1907. You may remember back in 2004, around Christmas time, that very strong earthquake over in Asia. This one wasn't quite as strong as that, but it was still very, very significant. Well, back here at home, things are pretty quiet aside from an isolated shower in just one or two spots this evening. We will be dry for the evening. Thunderstorms to the east and also showers and storms off to the west. This is where a cold front is, and that front is noticeable when you bring up the temperature map here. Look how much cooler it is in places like Chicago and Milwaukee, and that's what's coming our way as we go into the day on Thursday. But one more pretty sultry night tonight. Temperatures much like the last few nights, no lower than the upper 60s overnight, and showers will become increasingly likely again towards daybreak tomorrow morning. It's going to be a much different day tomorrow. It's not going to rain the entire day, but there'll be showers around for a good chunk of the morning, maybe the first half of the afternoon as well. And with this front continuing to sag to the south, temperatures won't rise much tomorrow. We'll drop into the upper 60s tonight. In some places, it may not be much better than 70 or 71 for a lot of the afternoon. I think the warmest areas will be down towards East Liverpool, the coolest areas north of Interstate 80, and on average, we'll see the lower 70s. That's it for daytime highs as we go into the day on Thursday. Then we lose the rain, and things are looking great for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of sunshine and low humidity all 3 days, and that includes for the entirety of the Greater Youngstown Italian Fest. 21 WFMJ, always a proud sponsor of this event with all the food and all the activities in downtown Youngstown. The weather will be absolutely perfect Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. We'll make it 4 or 5 days in a row with no rain. I think we'll be dry with a good deal of sunshine right into the first half of next week. And while it is going to warm up next week, it won't be as hot as it has been of late, and the humidity will stay in check for at least a day or two early on next week. But wow, what a weekend forecast for the first weekend of August. Sunshine in abundance, low humidity. We couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, hard to believe it's August already.
Indeed.
Almost.
Indeed.
Thanks, Eric. Coming up on 21 Sports, the Girard football team holds the mark.